Hello and welcome to today's training tip, Tuckman's Stages of Group Development. It's about how individuals in groups work together, and I say thank goodness for Bruce Tuckman. In 1965 he put forward a theory on the way that groups work, starting from when they first form through to when they're performing really well, working as a team, working as a group. So knowing what to expect of a new group is very useful for a trainer and can avoid that sort of where am I going wrong moment of doubt that we all have from time to time. So his theory goes like this: forming, storming, norming and performing. And you sometimes get other ones, morning, which kind of nearly rhymes, or adjourning, which looks like it should. And they were stages that were added later. We'll get on to those in a moment. So just to go through each one, the forming is when the group first gets together. They take a bit of time to form. They need to know the boundaries and the ground rules. So it's a good idea to get them involved in setting the ground rules at that stage if you can. And they look to the tutor for guidance. And they tend to be on their best behaviour, and they're polite to each other. They listen to each other rather than speaking out. And, you might have times where you think, oh, what a lovely group. And you might also wish that they would speak up a bit more and join in discussions a little bit more as well. But then you move on to storming, and this is where you might have that, where am I going wrong moment. As the group becomes more confident and starts to find its feet, the individuals starting to find their feet, and they're more likely to challenge each other and you, and speak over each other and you as well. And this is a natural stage, but you can be ready with perhaps an activity to move through it more quickly. And if you're going to deal with it that way, you need to give clear direction, so there's less chance of people trying to sort of assert themselves and take over. So at the norming stage, things are settling back down. The group members know each other a bit better, and they start to be more cohesive. They'll recognise each other's strengths and weaknesses, offer each other support, ask each other for advice. And they've kind of established their own group norms, ways of working together as a group of individuals. And the stage after that brings more motivation and more energy to the group. So as they are performing better as a group, things happen more naturally, and the group's able to achieve more. And in our case, as teachers, they'll be able to achieve more learning. So the morning or adjourning bit, these are the ones that were added later. As I said, Tuckman himself added adjourning for when the group separates at perhaps the end of a course, the end of a programme, and they leave with the intention of meeting up again. So, we must all keep in touch, or when we get our certificates, we must get together, that sort of thing. And it's also been called the mourning stage as well, which is for the sadness that the group feels when the course is finished. And when I said earlier, thank goodness for Bruce Tuckman, I was also referring to the fact that he's responsible for a lot of our TV entertainment. If you watch The Apprentice, for example, you'll see Tuckman's theory in practice. They keep the storming phase going, which is obviously, for us viewers, the most entertaining bit, by mixing up the teams, removing people each week, and thereby always creating a new storming group dynamic. And I don't watch it, but I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here does that too, especially when they parachute new people in into a group that's just started working together nicely. So suddenly somebody new comes in and they go back to that forming, being nice to them for a little while, and then the storming kicks in pretty soon afterwards. So, group dynamics are endlessly fascinating, and I will share other theories with you about the way groups work in future training tips. But for now, look out for Tuckman's theory in action with your next group, and know that it isn't your fault when they all start to assert themselves. Just manage them through it, and they'll soon be calm and productive again. So bye for now.